G'day everyone, it's Justin and Matt, two dads again from Brrrrm, Australia. And today we're coming to you from inside the all-new second generation 2017 Mini Countryman. Okay Matt, we're in the new Countryman. It's just arrived in Australia. We've been lucky enough to actually get a drive of this car, which is great.
Yeah.
The Countryman, this is the second generation of this big Mini SUV. It's the biggest Mini that you can get.
Yeah.
The first one came out around about 2010, and this one has just come out now, and it is a lot bigger actually. It's physically longer and wider than the older one. First impressions, mate, to me is that, you know, they've upped the sort of prestige factor, haven't they? Like it's, the quality of the materials and everything is just, gone up a couple of notches, hasn't it?
It surely has. I drove the old one just earlier this morning, and it's a great car as well. But this is, the luxury levels, as you said, are way superior. Look, it sounds like they've actually focused on that, and they've really executed it well. It feels really refined.
Yeah.
And even the suspension, steering wheel, all those things that you actually have contact with as well, they've really stepped it up. Yeah, you can look at it from the outside, and it's got some road presence.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah, definitely. They've sort of, I guess, made it a little bit more masculine, I suppose, when they've done the styling of the new one. It's got bigger lights, bigger tail lights and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wheels that are spec'd on this car really set it off. They really match well.
Yeah. The new Countryman, they've brought out 4 models now. There's a base Cooper model, which has the 100 kilowatt 3-cylinder turbo engine. That's around about $39,990, I think. The car that we're in today is a Cooper S petrol front-wheel drive. That has about 141 kilowatts, 280 newton meters of torque. And this one starts off with a list price of about $46,500, plus then options that you put on the car. This car's got a lot of options in it. Yeah. There's also a Cooper diesel, which has about 110 kilowatts and 330 newton meters of torque. That's about $43,990. That's a 2-litre turbo diesel.
Yeah.
But if you want all-wheel drive, you can go with the Cooper SD, which is the sort of high-powered diesel engine. It's 140 kilowatts and 400 newton meters of torque, and that's around about $51,500.
Yeah, that'd go well.
Yeah. Now the differences between, I suppose, the Coopers and the Cooper S's is that the Coopers have a 6-speed auto, whereas the Cooper S's, like this one today, comes with the 8-speed auto.
Wow.
So yeah.
And the gearbox seems really seamless. It's very nice.
Yeah, no, it drives pretty well. I mean, there is a JCW model coming.
Okay.
Yeah, coming about the middle of the year, so I know that's probably got our name written all over it.
It sounds like you'll be test driving that with some intention.
Yeah, so that could be a good one. The interesting part about what they've done with the second generation Mini is that, look, the price has gone up. It's gone up for about $5,000 over the previous one, but there have been some pretty major changes in what they've done. Yeah, there's some really good features that they've added to the car, like it's got an electric tailgate now as standard. Comfort access, which is something that I love in cars, is that, keep your keys in your pocket, walk up to the car. You actually don't have to touch anything apart from the door handle to get it to open.
Yeah.
Don't have to unlock it. Other standard things, 18-inch wheels are standard across the range now. Safety features that they've improved. It's got autonomous city braking as standard across the range. The cruise control is actually stop and go, so you know you can set the cruise control, it slows down if the car in front slows down even to a stop, and then it'll take off again, which is great.
Wow.
Yeah. Front and rear parking sensors are standard on the car, but it's actually got park assistance, so it'll park for you.
Oh, okay.
So that's a good feature to have.
Yeah.
Yep. DAB radio is now standard on the car.
Wow.
It's also got speed limit display now in the dashboard, which it didn't have before, which is handy. Like, yeah, the boot space in the car is a lot bigger now. It's about 450 litres, which was something that you know, a lot of people probably didn't like the previous Countryman for. I mean, it wasn't that roomy, I suppose. So yeah, you've got more space now, wider, longer, more boot space. The seats in the back actually move backwards and forwards and recline as well, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the one bit of advice I could probably give to people out there, if they're looking at a Mini, they love Minis, they're looking at something, you know, the family's growing, they want to get something a bit bigger, so they're looking at the Countryman. Probably don't get caught up with the option list. There's lots and lots of options you can get on these cars, and if you're not careful, you can end up with a very, very expensive Mini. Now, what Mini's done is actually put a few option packs together, which probably, you know, a few of the more popular ones have grouped into an option pack and given it a bit of a better price and that. So the best thing to do, I can recommend, is probably just have a look at those option packs and decide which one's good for you. One thing I really would highly recommend is the new professional navigation system. This is an update to the previous one. It's actually now got touchscreen ability, pinch and zoom to actually you know, get the map bigger and smaller and things like that. It's a lot clearer too. Like, it looks really good. I mean, it adds upon the iDrive system here that you can actually, you know, write an address in using the pad and use voice activation and stuff like that. So it's got all those features, but they've just made it a bit more user friendly. And to be honest, mate, I mean, I think from all the cars that we've had a drive around, I mean, I might be a bit biased about it, but I think this system, the BMW Mini iDrive system, is probably the easiest one to use, I find.
Yeah.
All right, mate. You've had a drive of the new 2017 Mini Countryman. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, it's definitely another level of refinement. Still the practicality, slightly larger, drives really well.
Yep.
It's a nicely built car, well designed. The interior is really lovely.
Yep.
So that price premium you were talking about, I can see why, for sure. And it seems justifiable.
I actually agree. Yeah, I think it's worth it. I mean, considering the previous model and the improvements that you get in this. I mean, it's physically larger. You've got more safety equipment in the car. You're getting more tech features in the car.
Yeah.
And you know, it's in terms of quality of you know, of the trim and stuff like that. It is a step up. So, mate, I don't see that being a big issue actually.
No.
Yeah.
And it's fun to drive.
Yeah. It's still got that mininess in it, hasn't it?
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
That DNA is through and through.
I love how they do that with all their models now in all their cars. I mean, there's still a little bit of original Mini in the car, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the way you drive it, it's fun to drive. It's nimble.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes you feel a bit special when you drive it.
100%. Yeah. It really does. And it looks great.
Yeah. I do like the new styling of this car. It's chunky, I suppose, but
yeah. And even the interior, those seats, they really look special.
Yeah. No, good car. I suppose our X Factor question: if you're driving this car and you park it, you're going to look back at it?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. But again, I'm a bit biased, aren't I?
A little bit.
That's all right. Well, anyway, just like to put out a great big thank you to our good friends at North Shore Mini Garage at Chatswood, who are able to give us the all-new Mini just on its release. And just want to put out a great big thank you to everybody else out there too for keeping our views up. I think we're up to about 130,000+ views, which is great.
Yep.
And so we'd just like to say thanks a lot, and we'll just keep churning them out if you want to watch them. So if you like them, give it a big thumbs up. I guess we'll see you later.
See you.